Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you had a great new year. In this video we're doing part 2 to fixing up Chelsea's Mini for the MOT. I've got the handbrake cable for it now and I've got the new caliper, so we're going to fit them, and then we're also going to fit the new headlights. So we're going to get cracking with that now, and I'll see you when we're inside the car disconnecting the old handbrake cable. Okay, so we're inside now. We've got the handbrake off obviously, but there's a screw in that cup holder, little Phillips, so we're going to take that out, and then this sort of whole section should just pull up, so we'll get that screw out and see how we get on. Okay, so we're just taking this Phillips screw out now. Okay, so we've basically pulled it out at the front here. You have to push it back a touch and then it pops up. Same deal at the back. And then you've just got to sort of shimmy it forward, just like that. So then there's two, I think these are 10mm bolts there, and there's two more up here. And that releases this sort of plastic connector here. So we'll drop them off, lift that forward, like we did with this section, and then we'll be able to get down into the cable. Okay, so we've got the 4 10mm bolts out, so this bit of plastic here just pops up. Push it forward.
I see.
So now if you fold back this carpet, you can see the connection here. It does have a name, I think it's like a balancer or something, but either way, we're going to take this out now. So the one on the sort of right hand side is obviously the driver's side, and the one on the left hand side is the passenger side. We're obviously interested in the driver's side one, so we're going to unhook it from here. And then we're going to pull it out the back of the car. Okay, so now we've moved the carpet out of the way and we can get to the connector. We basically need to just basically get the ball out of here. So they are a little bit tricky to do. So now that ball's free, we'll pull that out through the car and free it out. Okay, so we've got to a stage now. I'm underneath the car, I've jacked the car up a little bit more. We basically need to take this exhaust, I don't know what it is, like a plate off, I guess. So it's these 3 10mm bolts and there's 3 more on the other side. Just need to loosen them off, they're too tight. So we'll loosen them off. Just beware if you're playing along at home, the exhaust will sort of pop down a touch, so just mind your head. But yeah, we'll get these off and I'll check back in. Okay, so I managed to get the handbrake cable out now. So what you have to do is you have to obviously unhook it from that silver bit there that we showed you before. Then you have to slip a 12mm socket over it and basically just give it a really good tap with a hammer. It will go loose and then from underneath you can pull it out. Okay, and the reason you have to do that is it's really hard to sort of show, but there's 2 little clips there. You can kind of see them, they're out of focus, but there's a clip there and a clip there. They have to be squeezed in so it pops out the body of the car. So yeah, that's what you basically doing when you slip the 12mm over. So as you can see there, that's the handbrake line. There's a few little sort of cable clips that it clips into. I just popped it off them, and we're back at the back of the car now. So there is a 10mm I think bolt there, which looks quite rusty and horrible, so I'm going to get that cleaned up with a wire brush. And then there's that holds in like a little bracket which holds this line. Once that removed, we'll be able to pull the line towards us and free the caliper. Okay, so we've finally managed to free the brake caliper and the handbrake cable, which is, as I said, seized in. So we've got the line here, just going to sort of rest it up and out of the way so it doesn't drip onto the floor too much. But now it's finally time to get the new caliper back in and the new handbrake cable. Okay, so first things first, we're going to feed the new handbrake cable in. So we're going to put it into that space over there, and then I'm going to attach the little bracket with a 10mm bolt, and then we'll run it under the car. Okay, so got the cable through and clipped it in underneath the car. Connected all the cable clips as well. A lot easier to install it than it is to remove it, but you got to put the ball into the hole and then feed the sort of thin section of the cable into the little recess, just like that, and that's in there. Once we've obviously tightened it at the other end, that won't be as slack, and obviously once the handbrake's on. So let's go and put the caliper on. Okay, so got the new caliper now, or new to us caliper now. I've took the old brake line out of it. So first things first, I'm going to reconnect the brake line, then I'm going to situate it onto the disc, and then I'll connect the handbrake cable and the brake pad wear sensor and put all the pads and everything back in. So first, brake line. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've put the brake line into there, and I'm actually going to twist the caliper. So I'll hold the brake line still and twist the caliper, just get it tight, and then we'll put it onto the disc. Okay, so we've got the brake pads now, so we're going to whack them back in just as normal. If you want to see a more in-depth video, make sure you go and check the eye. I'll link a video to the one I did them on my Mini. We're going to put the brake pads back in. Obviously rewind the caliper if it's not already been done. This one has. Make sure you hold the disc on if you've not got a retaining screw. Okay, so last bit for this section. So we're going to pull the handbrake cable up into this hole. Refitting. Refitting is a reversal of the removal procedure. Okay, so we've got the handbrake cable in. It only goes in one way. You basically just need to tap it really gently from the underside, and it will go in. I've hooked it onto there, which is again just a case of pushing this down with your hands and pulling the handbrake cable into there. So now it's just going to put the brake pad wear sensor on, and that's that. Everything's sorted, so we're going to go and tidy up inside where the handbrake is, and then we'll get around to bleeding them probably tomorrow. So work's finished on Chelsea's car. Swapped out the caliper and the handbrake cable obviously, and I've just bled the brakes. There wasn't much to it really. I'm going to make a full video soon fully bleeding the brakes on the Legacy, so I'll show you how to do it then. So bled the brakes, that's all good. Handbrake works fine. I've adjusted it so that it's pretty much the same as my car, sort of the power that requires to push it, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm happy with it, Chelsea's happy with it, so all's good. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you had a great new year, and I hope you look forward to seeing some more content from me this year. Thank you for those that supported me for the past year, and I can't wait to carry on in the new year. So as I said, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.